Collective out there. How's everybody doing on today? For the ones who are on the replay, you might want to fast forward a couple minutes before we get started, because I'm trying to get people to come on in. There's some people coming on in here. But anyway, if you've been on this channel and you are like an OG, shout out to all my OG, shout out to all the new subscribers as well. And you already know, if you want to win a personal reading with me, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also comment down below. Also, you know that I do personal readings as well, and you can reach me at melaniteempress@gmail.com. As well. And to contribute to the channel, you could donate or just subscribe and share out the video to your family, friends, and social media as well. Okay, so you can find anything that I just said or anything else in the channel description box below. Okay, so today we're going to be using a daily inspirational deck. We're going to start out with that. And then we're going to go in, of course, to use my favorite cards, the Oracle Affirmation, the High Council Affirmation, I want to say, Oracle and Tarot deck. And so we're going to just see exactly what is in your energy and exactly what, Spirit wants to tell you on today, what's going to be important for you on today, okay? So greetings to everybody that is coming on in. As you all coming on in, please let us know where you are from in the description box, and anytime during this live reading. If you're resonated with it, definitely flood the chat with hearts. So let me see. I still don't know how to tag things, so I'm just going to use my poll here. And put up my Cash App just in case anybody wanted to donate. You could use my Cash App or go to the channel description, and then you could be able to see PayPal and Venmo there as well. Okay, so let's see. Chanlo is in the house. Greetings, Chanlo. Greetings, everybody that's coming on in. How's everybody doing on their Sunday? Hopefully everybody is doing well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to start with a couple cards to start off with the main energy with the daily inspirational deck. I haven't used this in a while. Gratitude, Shanlo. Appreciate it so much. All right, Spirit, what are the messages for our soul family here, for the collective? Give me just a few cards out of this deck. Got one that flipped over. Give me a couple more cards, please. I'm glad you're doing well, Chanlu. I'm doing well, love. Give me a couple more cards, Spirit, here. Yeah, a couple more cards. Gratitude, one more. We got two. I'm just going to ask for one more. Then we're going to go ahead and get started with the messages. I'm up here laughing already. Woo! Give me, these cards are much more bigger. Give me one more Spirit, please. All right, so they gave me a couple more. All right, so I'm laughing because I'm looking at this ugly little, I don't know why I want to call this creature ugly or whatever. Maybe it's not. But anyway, we got Celestia and Cat Swirls. So Celeste might be significant. That may be your name. You may know somebody that is called Celeste or Celestia or whatever. But it says, do more of what makes your spirit radiate. So as you can see, this person looks like as if she's wearing a witch's hat, and perhaps, you know, you have the energy, or someone around you, the energy of a witch. And again, you know, witch is not a bad word, and it's not a bad person, only if that person uses their energy, their power, or manipulate energy in a bad, low vibrational, evil way, right? So, which simply means, you know, a wise woman. You know what I'm saying? So, and it looks as though you have this really. Oh, that is ugly. That's an ugly sound. Why would they do that? Oh, wait. So maybe that's confirmation or something like that, but that was a really ugly sound. But anyway, what I wanted to say, as you can see, like, you know, you're in this energy of light and brightness, as well. And, you know, if you don't feel like you're in the right spirit, or feeling, you know, good or whatever, spirit is allowing you to know that do other things, do things that is going to actually bring you bliss, that's going to actually raise your vibration and make you feel good and happy. Because a lot of y'all just sit in your house and stuff like that and just watch TV, but you really don't get no sunlight. So there's something in regards to getting out of the house, stop being a couch potato, and getting into the sun, because the sun has so many nutrients, right? Specifically, we know vitamin D, and it can really nourish your body and stuff like that. So that's one of the ways you could get out of depression or feeling bad or very low, is to do those type of things, and do things that's going to light you up, and things that you're going to absolutely love, right? And some of y'all may have a black cat or a cat, or perhaps just need a cat as well. And I'm just laughing. Why am I laughing at this picture right here? I really don't know, but it says Miss He Be Hoot. Okay, being weird is a side effect of being awesome. So if you feel like, you know, because you're different and you're like this witch and stuff, you probably are part of a line of a bloodline of witches and stuff, and perhaps you feel different, or maybe other people shy away from you because you are different, because you are growing, because you are expanding and exceeding in other ways that they haven't seen and stuff. You're growing, you perhaps spiritually as well. But, you know, embrace, you know, it has these voodoo dolls are here. So maybe some of people are voodoo priestesses or something like that. And maybe you were in the past, because like I said, you were part like of a bloodline of, you know, witches and stuff, and people that knew how to do, you know, voodoos and spells and such as that, you know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why a lot of y'all probably just stay in and stay to yourself and stay by yourself. I don't know why I'm laughing, because, you know, a lot of people see you as being different, see you as being creepy, and maybe some of them are scared of you as well, you know? But it's also, it's really your awesomeness that you need to really accept. You know, a lot of y'all need to, you know, accept yourself in that type of way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything bad when it comes to these cards. You know, I only see great things and positivity when it comes to this card and stuff like that. But there's definitely, you know, people around you that think that you are different and think that you are weird and stuff. And maybe perhaps some of y'all maybe think that you are weird yourself, but it's not weirdness. It's that because that you elude this power, you know, and this authority, and you have, you know, like I said, a bloodline of, you know, witches and warlocks that are very powerful, that know a lot of magic and, you know, spells and stuff. And this is where you at, and you need to really get to the point of accepting yourself and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And get out of the low vibrational dark energy of thinking also negative about yourself, and get out into some sunlight, you know what I'm saying? And clench yourself in the moonlight as well, you know, throughout the day. The next one we have is something about somebody's teacher as well, because I'm seeing Miss Hebe Hoot. That's really funny. And then Hebe Hoot is an owl. So that also signifies very wisdom, a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge that you carry within yourself, especially when it comes to your ancestors. I am getting from the past that you hold, and it's passed down to you as well. So definitely, you know, perhaps do some research in regards to your bloodline and who you are and what you could do and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, definitely go from there, right? And then we have Babette, blood roots, everything that's ever happened, form the incredible being that you are. So you may think back on your past in regards to your how you grew up in your childhood and stuff, how you were treated and everything, how even as a child that you were introverted or shy away from people or stayed by yourself, or maybe people thought you were weird and different, but you wasn't. You were full of wisdom and knowledge. You were very smart, very intelligent as well. And you yourself felt, the not only the distance, but the different from other people too. But everything that you've gone through in life, whether it was a struggle or loss or whatever it may be, everything happened to you for a reason, to form the incredible person that you are. And again, you have to learn how to accept yourself and love yourself and see yourself for who you are, because you definitely are special. You are wise and knowledgeable. You are very intuitive. You got spiritual gifts, obviously, and stuff. A lot of you all are gifted, witches and warlocks and priestesses and stuff like that as well. You might have a I don't know, you might have a different sense of fashion as well that really sets you apart from other people too. I'm getting as I'm looking at the wardrobe of these characters here. And then, a lot of you all have a really big heart as well, and you may go through life where people took advantage of your very kind heart, that you have, here. It says, hold close to your sense of wonder, stay innocent. That's what it's saying. Stay innocent, stay being curious, stay, being pure. And I'm hearing magical as well. Stay being who you are and never try to change or be anybody else just because you feel like, you're different or you're, set apart, from other people, whatever, because this is, who you are and who you are meant to be. You see what I'm saying? All right. So I like that so far. How y'all like that? Hey, Rakeem. Ginseng, something about maybe the herb ginseng. Have you ever heard of the herb ginseng? Something in regards to that, very significant. So maybe you need to start using that perhaps, or stop using too much. I don't know. There's something significant about that. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and transition. Greetings, everybody that is coming in here. How's everybody doing? Let us know as you're coming in where you're from. And if you resonate with the reading, please flood the chat with hearts, like and share. And also, if you're feeling generous, you want to support because you are resonating, that's my Cash App at the bottom, but also on the description, there's also my Venmo and PayPal as well, okay? Greetings and gratitude once again. Yeah, Chun-Lu, you definitely have a good heart, right? I know that's right. All right, what else, Spirit? What else you have to say about them? I don't know why I'm laughing. Maybe you guys are, I don't know, feeling better. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the first card, do more of what makes you, your spirit radiant, whether it's dancing. On y'all perhaps like to dance as well to get to a higher vibration, to feel better, to release, the negative energy. If not, that's something that is easily, done, and maybe that's something that you need to do as well. To balance your energy, or to let go, or to feel good, or something like that. But it seems as though you will feel better, because that's why I'm like, I've been laughing and stuff like that, in a light energy. All right, so we got truth revealed, the Two of Swords. Got the Two of Swords here, and then we got the Hermit as well. All right, so there's something that you don't, possibly something that you don't see at this moment in time clearly, although it's still in your energy, it's still perhaps in front of your face and stuff. And, you're in denial in regards to seeing it for what it is. And a lot of y'all perhaps may feel like you're at a crossroads in your life, at this moment in time. You know, you feel like you're like stuck in the middle, stagnated, energy within yourself for some reason. And a lot of y'all might be hesitant. You might even be in a relationship where you feel like, oh, it's stagnated, it's not going anywhere, it's a stalemate that you are dealing with, at this moment in time for some of you all or whatever. With the Hermit card, you may feel like you need to perhaps step away in order to see things more clearly when it comes to this relationship that you are in, or any other decision that you're on at the crossroads at this moment in time. And maybe perhaps either spirit put you in hermit mode, or you need to be in hermit mode in regards to taking out time for yourself. A lot of y'all may be single as well, but that's very important. You know what I'm saying? Because when we're with people, all the time, all day, every day, then we won't have time that we need, that it's important to do a lot of self-reflection, right? To do a lot of studying to figure out, learn more about ourselves and figure out things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all perhaps are shy and just withdrawing right now for people, places, and things, and certain circumstances and stuff, because of things that have happened or whatever. But no matter what, I think this is a good thing, because it gives you time to do a lot of soul searching and everything like that, and to really get into some more of your spirituality in regards to like meditating and stuff like that. Meditation is a very powerful, can heal a lot of different type of elements, emotional, spiritually, physically, as well. And a lot of y'all may feel lonely because you're single at this moment in time and everything, but it's a good thing to be alone, because you'll learn how to be, by yourself and stuff, and to appreciate yourself, and to learn how to be single, as well, so this is definitely an important, time in your life, because with the star here, you are a star seed, you're from the cosmos, you're very mighty. A lot of y'all perhaps are, deities and stuff like that as well, but no matter what, you're very, powerful in the cosmos, in the spiritual realm. And you may not know, but a lot of y'all are, with a lot of self-reflection, you're really getting to know that. You're really coming into light to be able to accept that, about yourself. As we said in the beginning, a lot of y'all have it's coming up that you have superpowers and stuff. A lot of y'all are witches and warlocks, and you're light or good, people, and you're using it in a good way, in a good way, and in your past life, because a lot of y'all are from a bloodline, a very powerful spiritual, people, as well. And maybe that's what you're in denial of. A lot of y'all probably researched or heard about your and grandmothers, fathers passing away, or ancestors and stuff, and you feel like, you may connect to it, you may not, but even if you do, some of y'all are in denial in regards to that. But my thing is, again, to accept yourself, to explore a little bit more, give a little more of understanding in regards to your background, in regards to who you were, even, past life. Y'all know that I do past life readings as well. So if you ever need that, we could go and dig deep in regards to who you were in your past life, and I help you to connect with your past on ancestors to also help you in regards to that too. So feel free to, book with me as well. You can find the information in the description box on my channel. But these are the things that you may be in denial of, but you're finding out, about yourself as well, which I think is great. I think it's powerful, because I think that we're in a time where, a lot of us are really waking up and coming into the real truth, because in the assimilation, everything is kind of like not real, right? It's like almost like fake, right? It's almost like we don't remember the real from the fake. And I think that is the problem too. We don't remember the real from the fake. And what Mother Adina has said is like, we got into this fleshly bodies, these avatars, and we forget who the heck we were. We got freaking confused, in regards to, who we are and why we even came into this simulation. We were supposed to come in this simulation, have fun, and, grow in a lot of different type of ways, have our little experiences and get back out of it, and it's not funny, but, we end up getting trapped, and allowing the genomes to run amok. So, so to speak, in regards to what Mother Adina has said. Hi, Sun Seals is resonate. I'm glad that it resonates. Oh man, that's hilarious. Okay. But you know, like Mother Adina said, or the governess. If you guys don't follow a governess, she's on YouTube as well. A Walk with the Ancestors. She said this is our last round here, so I hope so. I'm so getting tired of being in this hellhole. I really am. I'm just so irritated by everything and everybody nowadays. You know, it just don't. It ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Nice to meet you, Sun Seals. I appreciate it so much. And I just can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I get to the point where it's like I come to the reality to know what death really is. You know what I'm saying? And how we see it, we all are birthed into this simulation and we die in this simulation, whatever. But whatever it is, the process is necessary. And it's like I no longer fear that. I no longer fear death at all whatsoever. And which is kind of like... that's even taking more of my power back, you know, to be able to know that, to be able to live in that, you know, because like if you don't fear death, then that means you don't fear a lot of things. You almost don't fear anything. You know what I'm saying? So I finally, you know, got to that point, right, Chanlu? For a long time, got to that point and stuff, you know, because death is to come out of this hellhole dissimulation anyway. You know, to tell you all of the truth, but you know, you don't have to believe me. Take whatever resonates, leave whatever doesn't. Flip the roles as it may suit you. All right, what else, Spirit? Oh man. All right, what else? All right, give me a couple more cards here. All right, we got one that backflipped off into the floor. Who backflipping and stuff? Y'all, how you call it? You guys are, how you call that? Not athletic, but maybe athletic, but there's another word I was trying to say. That's so funny. Super hilarious. Exactly, Chanlu. All right, give me one more. I got one that fell on the floor. Let me see. All right, we got one that is the Magician card so far. Let's see, what else? I don't know why I want to crack up so much. Something is like a joke or something like that. I've been laughing ever since I've been on here. I don't know why. All right, Spirit, we got, give me one more here. All right, gratitude. All right, the Magician card we got, and we got the Ace of Cups. So a lot of you all are really, now that, you know, you've been through a lot of things in your past and you have healed and or still healing and moving forward, really focusing on yourself and exactly, you know, who you are or whatever, and or exploring those and other types of possibilities and stuff like that. And now you're open to romantic, you know, possibilities here. You know, you're getting rid of old emotional baggage from your ex or from past people and situations that made you, you know, feel a certain type of way. And because of that, you have a new and renewed type of endurance, right? You've become, you know, wiser with the owl, you know, being here, and you really done your spiritual cleanse in regards to crying, in regards to letting go, in regards to putting on a new you here. You know, getting rid of, you know, creative blocks and stuff like that, and finally turning over a new leaf and allowing, you know, love to actually, you know, come in. And with the Magician card here, you definitely, you know, have the power to actualize and manifest, you know, the love that you want, you know, and, you know, anything else that you actually want to see in your life. You know, again, you're like really super powerful. A lot of y'all are powerful manifestors, I want to say. you know. But also, you know, even with the you know, the good witches coming out and all that kind of stuff, and the person coming out with the looking all weird and funny and stuff like that with the voodoo dress and stuff, there's still perhaps, you know, people in the background or still trying to be in your energy that is trying to still manipulate, you know, energy and dictate, you know, your life and stuff like that, and do certain things, trying to sing you like beauty, magic, you know, spells as well and stuff, trying to, you know, not only like people can do spells not or magic by, you know, whatever they do, but even if people give you the evil eye or speak certain words and stuff, that's still spells and everything. Even when people are trying to deceive you and lie to you, that's still a form of magic as well. So you have to be watch out for people like that is in your energy, or that you know, currently deal with at this moment in time, you know. But and then they're probably trying to like stop your, not only stop or block your emotions, which is really weird, but also your throat chakra as well. They're trying to shut you up, you know, trying to block your communication and stuff like that too, for some reason or whatever. There's a lot of water here. A lot of y'all may have water in your chart, maybe a Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio as well. But there's people around you that have ill intentions against you as well. But because you're this powerful sorcerer, witch, or warlock coming from a bloodline of powerful, you know, people and beings and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you're automatically protected. But also perhaps in a spiritual realm, you probably fight and defend yourself, you know, against these people, against these low vibrational negative energies or spells or magic or whatever too. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know, your grandmother coming through, you know, your ancestors coming through, and that was a voodoo priestess and stuff is around you and everything. And people see that and they scared and they run, you know what I'm saying? Even though they try to like attack you, but they can't, because your grandmother is right beside you, right behind you at all times, helping you and protecting you. And blocking things and sending it back to them too as well, which is very, not hilarious, but it's very interesting, which I think is great. I think it's a great thing. So just know that, you know, you're protected. This being is like so funny. Ever since I've seen that card, it's like an energy that's just making me laugh or whatever, because I don't know, it just looks funny too. So there's a certain type of, some type of creature, sea creature. This is like a sea creature. An owl plus a sea creature or something like that. Look at the legs. It's just so very interesting. It'll be very more interesting to know, to see if this is an actual like a sea creature or something like that. But this is very, very interesting. So you may have other type of DNA ancestors as well that is in your energy that is protecting you or whatever as well. And maybe again from your past lives, and or the ancestors were here. They were very powerful. There were, I guess, mixed beings and stuff like that too, mixed DNA or whatever. There's something in regards to this card. It's very, very interesting here. So you all are very different and have like different type of DNA, and maybe that's what you're discovering about yourself, and maybe you have inclinations about that. Some of you all have aquatic, again, DNA, mermaid, you know, DNA as well. And maybe that's something that you have discovered and are in denial of as well. I don't know. There's so many different type of possibilities popping up today. Very interesting, right? Sensies. You said your grandmother is actually the problem. Yeah, maybe. That is so possible, because like I said before, these witches are, some people like yourself are good witches and good warlocks, but also maybe, you know, you have a grandmother or ancestor or somebody in your family that are older, that is mature or whatever, that's feminine, that also use their voodoo. There maybe be a high priestess voodoo, witch or whatever, that how you call it, that do magic and that are dark as well, you know. So it could go both ways in regards to, you know, the cards that I have pulled. So that's very, like I said before, with the magician card, people are trying to manipulate energy, send you, you know, bad, bad juju spells or magic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, like you all are protected, and your ancestors just sit back and laugh. Like, okay, can you do better? Okay, can you, like, really, for real? Like, you thought that was gonna work? You know, so maybe I'm laughing because you guys got a lot of ancestors, angels, guides around you, like sitting up laughing about this kitchen made up type of what they call kitchen witches or something like that. I think that's what you call it. I don't even know. Yeah, and that does show that though too. Why the Hermit card showed up in regards to being single, being by yourself, and it showed up right on top of this grandma image, this feminine image, this dark, ugly looking image that I just showed you too. So definitely that is possible. Yeah, so just start, you know, sending, just, you know, be in reverence towards, you know, spirit and your guides and your angels in regards to what you can do personally. But like I said before, you're always protected and stuff, and you may feel a little, how you call it, like nothing will happen, but you'll feel the, like, the backlash in regards to, you may bump into something, you may accidentally fall down, you may actually get like a cut or whatever. That's the how you call it, that's just the what's the word of it, that's just the, like, the brush of the magic not touching you, but you could intuitively, empathetically feel it or whatever. But also it'll just, you know, I'm looking for particular words and stuff like that, but you get what I'm saying or whatever. It's not going to affect you, but you could see the effects on the outside in regards to how you feel, in regards to stumping a nail or tripping or how you call it, walking into something or whatever, in those type of ways, you know, if you get what I'm saying. What's up, Britt? How are you, love? Repercussions, yeah, not the full repercussions, but just like it'll just pass you like this, but you'll feel it, but it won't do anything towards you at all whatsoever. You could feel it or whatever, or you might could see it, but it won't affect you to the full extent of what it was supposed to be, what its true purpose was supposed to be, if that makes sense. I just can't think of the terminology, but y'all get what I'm saying. I'm glad you're doing, Britt. And that's why I'm just sitting up here laughing, because your answers are just laughing like, do it some more and do it again. Can you do it harder? Because they're right there, you know, by your side, helping you and protecting you. And maybe that's something that you're in denial of as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, thinking that you're by yourself on your journey, but none of us are by ourselves on this journey. Even if you're by yourself, lonely, single, you're still a whole world that you cannot see. Other dimensions with other dimensional beings that are here to help you and protect you. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all be in fear when you don't have to, you know, be in fear with the devil card being in here. But definitely there's people that are in a low vibrational devil type of energy around you, again, as we can see, as what we're talking about now or whatever. But that's okay. You know, things happen to us so that we can break away from our old thinking patterns, old behaviors and stuff, be by ourselves and, you know, get into this hermit mode and stuff like that to heal, you know what I'm saying, to do some shadow work and stuff, you know, to do some self-evaluation and do some soul searching like we were talking about before, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why. And a lot of y'all need to unattach yourself to the materialistic things, materialistic behaviors and thinking patterns, to get out this devil energy and free yourself for the restraints and stuff, the restraints, the illusional, the restraints that you think is real, but it's in an illusion, if I could put my words together here. We already talked about throat chakra, communication blocks. I don't know if we're still in Mercury retrograde or not, but that is something that's happening too. So whatever addiction it might be, you know, smoking, sex, food, drinking, whatever it is, you know, That is something that you are dealing with at this moment in time to get out from. You're releasing limited beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, detachments and stuff, because a lot of you all, again, are going through the dark night of the soul, which is not bad, because, you know, that's where you transform, right? It may feel uncomfortable. It may feel like, you know, you're lonely. It may, you know, whatever. But it's definitely, it's necessary, if that makes sense. Exactly, son. So you definitely need to continue to do that, you know? It's imperative for you to continue to do that. So don't worry about nothing. You're going to come out as bright, as happy, as light as what we saw in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not here yet, and this energy, happy energy, this light energy, you know what I'm saying, then you definitely will. And the first message was, do more of what makes your spirit radiate. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're letting go all this dark, you see all this swirls of darkness and stuff like that. You're letting all of that go by, you know, focusing on yourself, releasing and letting go of the past, realigning yourself, getting rid of the low vibrational energy as well, you know, and pretty soon you're going to celebrate. Once you're coming out of this hermit mode, you definitely are going to celebrate, I'm telling you. Okay, what else? Spirit. I like my daily inspirational cards. I'm going to start using that more often, because these cards are cracking me up. And Spirit, again, don't want you to close up your heart from your past experiences or the things that you're going through that are perhaps dark, you know, and are uncomfortable, doesn't feel good to you or whatever. Spirit wants you to continue to open your heart and have your heart open. And if you know me, I always speak about heart chakra, because if you close out your heart chakra, you don't heal and let go and stuff, then you're not going to be able to focus and manifest anything else that Spirit, you know, have for you. So continue to be in this light energy, innocent type of energy, and let go, and stay in this loving energy with your heart chakra open, okay? And then you being in a hermit mode, you'll be able to, like I said before, I mentioned before, you know, meditate, take out some time to meditate, which is going to help you to increase your vibrational pull of the things that you want, to allow you to be on a higher frequency, which we all need to be, so that these people that want to manipulate energy, do black magic and spells and voodoo and hoodoo and what else they do, it won't affect us. We'll just hear about it. We'll just, you know, intuitively know, and we'll just see the brush off and get a little scratch or a little bump or whatever. But overall, it won't affect us, right? At all whatsoever. Yeah, going walks in nature is beautiful. That's a form of meditating as well, you know? Just meditating is a form of, meditating could be a lot of different things, not only doing breath work or just sitting still or whatever, but also, you know, taking time out to really release and to contemplate your thoughts, and to, you know, do soul searching and self-reflection, as what we already see that you're doing and or will be doing. So that's a form of, you know, meditation as well. That's good, Shanlo. Continue to work on the meditation, even if, you know, there's so many different forms. You know, there's mindful meditation. There's meditation that you could listen to in regards to affirmations, in regards to healing. I mean, you can listen to hertz, different type of hertz, as well, for healing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different types. So you'll definitely be able to find out what, you know, what works for you. Okay. All right, what else, Spirit? What else do I need to know? And then after this set, we'll get some last messages. Give me a couple more cards here, Spirit. What else here for my soul family, for the collective? What else do I need to know? Gratitude. They give me 2 cards. We got watch your words, and then we got the hangman here. So yeah, again, a lot of y'all have intuition and you're learning to, you know, look at life in a different way, look at things in a different perspective where you won't be blinded or at a crossroads or, you know, hesitant about certain things. So you're learning to use your intuition. You're learning to use your gifts. You're learning to accept exactly who you are, whether people like it or not, or understand it or not. You know, you're breaking away of a lot of old, you know, patterns and stuff. You're not acting from the ego anymore. You know, you're going through this metamorphosis, as we already spoke about. This is just confirmation. You know, a lot of y'all use divination and or, you know, seek, you know, tarot, whatever, in regards to your answers. A lot of y'all are just also healing and letting go and surrendering at this moment in time too, which I think is great, because you feel like, I've been doing life this way, so that haven't been working, so maybe I could do life this way, in a good way, in a right way, and on the right path, in a way that I'm supposed to do it, right? And, you know, again, confirmation in regards to you now trying to do life right, do life better, do the right thing by yourself, by your family, you know what I'm saying, by your ancestors. You know, you're watching your words, you're speaking up for yourself, standing up for yourself and stuff, standing in your power, as we already can see here in the reading. You focusing on your internal soul here, your growth, you know. And a lot of y'all, like I said, have a fashion sense, a sense of fashion as well. You know, you might feel like you want to go shopping pretty soon or whatever, you know what I'm saying, get some new shoes or some outfits or whatever, you know what I'm saying. A lot of y'all perhaps are like that as well, which I think is good. It's sort of a therapy, you know what I'm saying, to feel better when you know, buy things for yourself, right? When you go shopping and for clothes and shoes and purses and stuff like that, you know, you're looking good, you know, you're looking better, you're feeling better, and or you will for sure. All right, so we're gonna get some last messages. We're coming up to 45 minutes, and I'm gonna have to get going pretty soon. All right, we'll get some last messages. Give me a few cards here. There's some last messages for my soul family, for the collective here, for the people that are on the replay. Give me a few cards here, Spirit. Give me a few cards here. Give me a few more cards. What are some last messages, Spirit? Gratitude and gratitude. Appreciate y'all so much. Where's the other card? Okay, it's still over here. Wow. All right, let's address this. You know, let's address this horrible person from the past. Since, you know, relationships did, you know, come up in regards to the Ace of Cups, you know, new love offers and new opportunities and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all need to heal from that, because the person that you dealt with was very deceptive. They had this power trip or whatever. They're very, you know, narcissistic. Of course, they broke your heart and everything, treated you mean, talked about you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It made you feel like it's your fault because of the relationship didn't work out, or any other things that had happened in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you came to the point where it's like, I can't fix everything, because you can't fix everything, and you wouldn't want to fix this, because this person was very abusive to some of you all, physically, emotionally, verbally. mentally as well, and really made you, grieve a lot, and that's why your angels and your guides, especially Dianite, had to step forth. This is one of your other aquatic beings here, spiritual family here. It says, please grease my palms so that I shall receive all that Adina has for me to receive today. Gratitude. So you definitely have been praying to spirit in regards to the things that you need, especially when it comes to money or anything, emotional needs, physical needs, mental needs. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have been praying, for that as well. And your spiritual team, they are listening to you, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get the messages out to you, leading you and guiding you, protecting you, because again, they are always around you, because for the most part we all are one, right? The Dianite, mother of the waters, I honor and glorify you. Gratitude for being my hands. Yeah, so a lot of y'all have aquatic type of ancestors, blood or whatever. If not, definitely you're covered from head to toe, right? And then lastly, we have a governess of wands here. You're like a leader in, or will be stepping in to some leadership positions. You're very focused in regards to your passionate endeavors and taking a lot of actionable steps in regards to things that you are, passionate about at this moment in time. And you're focusing now, if you didn't in the past, especially when it came to this abusive relationship, honoring your needs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And even though you're introverted, lonely, by yourself, single or whatever, you're starting to feel better, be more happier, be more bolder, you know what I'm saying? And really focus on the things that it's going to make you feel, good about yourself as well. A lot of y'all are very creative. You have very creative type of visions as well. And you're becoming this social, butterfly. You know what I'm saying? You were once in this hermit mode, all sad and depressed and stuff, and going through the dark night of the soul, which is not always feel good, into this really bright and beautiful, happy, more high vibrating frequency, on a higher level frequency being that you are. And that's because you're connected to your spiritual team. You're connected to the spirit, your angels, your guides. Here you're learning to opening, forgive and let go, and opening and keeping your heart open and stuff. And that's why you're able with the Magician card to manifest all the beautiful things that you can ever imagine, if you're not already doing that at this moment in time. Yes, Britt, you're going to be okay. Good things is definitely happening, as we can see here. You know what I'm saying? So this is all I have for you all at this moment in time. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, share, like of the video as well. And of course, if you need a personal reading from me, you can look in the description box and reach out to me at melaniteempress@gmail.com. And I'm going to wish you all, send you all love and light, and wish you all a very beautiful, bliss, prosperous evening. And hopefully I get to be with y'all or see you all again, okay? My pleasure. Gratitude. Bye, y'all.